What if the reason you're not powerful is because you're trying too hard to be good? Think about it. You've done everything right. You've been kind, honest, humble. You've worked hard, played fair, waited patiently, and yet the ones who rise above you, they're not necessarily better. They're bolder, louder, colder, and somewhere deep inside, a truth you've tried to ignore keeps whispering, maybe goodness isn't enough. Maybe it's holding you back. That voice scares you, but it also wakes something up inside you, a hunger, a question. A realization that power doesn't reward the pure, it rewards the prepared. Most people stay powerless because they're afraid to face this truth. They want to be seen as good. They want to be liked, accepted, admired. But here's the problem, they need it. That need controls them. Then it makes them predictable. It makes them weak. And weakness in a world ruled by power is punished. You smile when you're angry. You say yes when you mean no. You wait when you should act. You tell yourself you're being nice, but deep down, you're being scared. Scared of being misunderstood. Scared of being alone. Scared of being powerful, because power changes things. It demands that you stop living for approval and start living with purpose. That's not easy. That's not comfortable. But that's the only way forward. Niccolò Machiavelli saw this with brutal clarity. He stripped away the lies and revealed the game for what it is. He didn't glorify cruelty, he exposed reality. And the reality is this: the world does not operate on fairness. It operates on leverage, influence, strength. If you keep waiting for things to get better by being good, you will serve those who are smarter, sharper, and more strategic. You will do their work, fight their battles, live their plans, while yours slowly die in the background. But it doesn't have to be that way. Because once you see the illusion, you can break it. Once you realize that you've been conditioned to obey, to shrink, to serve, you can start to rewire your mind. You can stop begging for permission and start creating your own momentum. You can learn to play the game without losing yourself. You can be calm, but calculating, kind, but guarded, honest, but never exposed. That's not betrayal of your values, it's the birth of your power. This message is not for everyone. Most people will hear this and turn away. They'll go back to chasing comfort, pretending life is fair. But if something in you refuses to settle, if some part of you is tired of playing small, tired of being overlooked, tired of giving more than you get, then keep listening, because you're about to learn the tools they never taught you, the principles they warned you to fear, the mindset they hope you never figure out. You're not here to stay safe, you're here to wake up. This is where power begins, and it starts the moment you stop being afraid of it. The most dangerous person in any room is not the one who shouts the loudest, it's the one who says nothing. The one who listens, watches, waits. Because silence is not weakness, it's calculation, it's control. You've been taught to speak your mind, to always be transparent, to be yourself. But look closely. Every time you expose your emotions too fast, you lose power. Every time you reveal your plans too early, someone uses them. Every time you react, you give others the blueprint to manipulate you. That's not connection. That's surrender. You think being open makes you authentic, but often it makes you vulnerable to people who don't deserve access to you. There is a weapon stronger than aggression, stronger than charm, stronger than force. It's called restraint. When you learn to hold back, you start to gain influence. Not because you intimidate, but because you become unpredictable. And unpredictability breeds respect. When no one knows exactly what you're thinking, they have to tread carefully. They have to consider your silence. They have to imagine your thoughts, your next move, your intentions. And imagination always exaggerates. Your silence becomes louder than their noise. Your mystery becomes more powerful than their words. Control of perception is not manipulation, it's intelligence. It means choosing when to speak, what to reveal, and what to leave in the dark. It means never explaining yourself to those who question your worth. It means letting them assume while you execute. Let them think you're passive while you position yourself. Let them believe they have you figured out until they realize they don't. That is how power is built. Not by showing more, but by showing less. Not by being everywhere, but by being rare. Not by shouting, but by knowing exactly when to speak and saying just enough. You owe no one an explanation for your growth. You owe no one access to your inner world. Your silence is your fortress. Guard it. Master it. Use it to study others while keeping them blind to you. Those who are loud reveal themselves. They become easy to control. But those who are silent, those who move with calm, calculated energy, they dominate silently. They pull strings without ever being seen. And when they finally speak, the world listens. If you've ever felt overlooked, dismissed, underestimated, it's because you've been too visible in the wrong ways, too reactive, too eager to be understood. That ends now. From this moment forward, your silence becomes strategy. Your presence becomes deliberate. Your energy becomes sacred. You are not here to prove your worth. You are here to master yourself. Let them talk. Let them guess. Let them fill the silence with their own insecurities while you build, while you plan. While you rise, the less they know about you, the more they fear what you're capable of. That fear is power, and now it's yours. There is a moment where kindness becomes weakness, where giving too much becomes self-destruction, where being understanding becomes a pattern of betrayal against yourself. You've been told to be forgiving, to always see the good, to be patient, compassionate, gentle. But when that mercy is unearned, it's not strength, it's surrender. People will take what you tolerate. They will test your limits. And the more you bend, the more they expect you to break. This is not about becoming cruel. It's about becoming precise. You cannot build anything powerful with soft boundaries. You cannot lead, grow, or win if you allow disrespect in your space. Ruthlessness is not about hurting others. It's about refusing to let them hurt you. Stop feeling guilty for cutting off what drains you. Stop apologizing for not being available to people who only show up when they need something. You are not cold for protecting your peace. You are not selfish for protecting your focus. The world has trained you to believe that being ruthless is wrong because it fears people who think for themselves, people who walk away, people who refuse to be used. Every time you say yes out of guilt, you shrink. Every time you stay quiet to avoid conflict, you hand over your power. Every time you forgive someone who knew exactly what they were doing, you teach them they can get away with it again. There is a power in walking away that most people will never understand. When you stop chasing closure, when you stop explaining your worth, when you stop trying to fix what you didn't break, you reclaim time, you reclaim clarity, you reclaim control. Ruthlessness is the art of making clean decisions, no emotional mess, no lingering confusion, just truth. Some people cannot go with you where you're headed, some habits, some patterns, some beliefs. They must die for your real self to emerge. That's not negativity, that's necessary. Growth requires space, and not everyone deserves a seat in your future. You've been strong in the wrong direction, strong in tolerating, enduring, staying silent. Now you must be strong in walking away, in drawing the line, in choosing yourself. Because no one is coming to save you. No one will give you permission to rise. The people who benefit from your softness will resent your boundaries. Let them. The people who only stay when you make life easy for them will leave. Let them go. You are not here to keep everyone comfortable. You are here to claim what's yours. Make your boundaries sharp. Make your decisions final. Make your peace untouchable. That's how you protect your energy. That's how you stop bleeding for people who never offer a bandage. The world will try to shame your power. But real power doesn't ask for approval. It doesn't explain itself. It doesn't wait to be accepted. It simply moves forward. Unapologetic, focused, unstoppable. That's what you were born to become. Now become it. There is a level of power that only comes when you stop needing to react. When your emotions no longer pull you like strings. When your mind becomes so still, so focused, so calm that no insult, no betrayal, no chaos can shake you. Most people are slaves to what they feel. One bad comment and they spiral. One rejection and they break. One setback and they collapse into self-doubt. That's not power. That's emotional dependence. And as long as your mood decides your decisions, you are not in control. You're a puppet of the world around you. The truth is hard, but it sets you free. Your feelings are not facts. They are signals, not commands. And the stronger your emotions, the more dangerous they become if left unchecked. Anger can make you reckless. Fear can make you freeze. Love can make you blind. Attachment can make you weak. But when you detach, when you learn to feel deeply without being controlled, you unlock something most people never experience: psychological freedom. Detachment is not numbness, it's precision. It's seeing clearly even when everything inside you wants to act impulsively. It's making the decision that serves your future, not your ego. Emotional control is the highest form of discipline, because when you own your state, you own your outcomes. You don't lash out. You don't fold. And you don't chase. You calculate. You observe. You respond only when it's strategic. Not because you're scared. Not because you're angry. But because you know exactly what you're doing. That's what makes you unpredictable. That's what makes you dangerous. Because while others drown in feelings, you're reading the room, adjusting the play, executing with clarity. You rise above the noise, not because you're cold, but because you're in command. This doesn't happen by accident. You must train your mind the way a warrior trains their weapon. You must sit with discomfort and not flinch. You must face betrayal and not crumble. You must learn to say no with no explanation. And when people try to provoke you, because they will, you meet them with stillness. Not because you're weak, but because you've seen the cost of reacting. You've seen how chaos spreads when you feed it. You've learned to walk away from fire, not because you're afraid to fight, but because you know what you're protecting is far more valuable than proving a point. This is the edge most will never develop, because it requires brutal honesty with yourself. It requires you to stop blaming and start mastering. But if you can do it, if you can hold your center when the world pushes, you become unshakable. You become the calm in the storm, the force they can't read, can't move, can't break, and when that happens, you don't chase power, you become it. Silent, focused, cold when necessary, but always in control. That is the discipline that separates the ordinary from the untouchable. And now it's time you choose which one you'll be. Loyalty sounds noble until it becomes a cage. You stay loyal to people who drain you, to roles that no longer fit you, to dreams that were planted in your mind by someone else. You keep showing up for others while abandoning yourself, not out of love, but out of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of being judged, fear of what happens when you finally put yourself first. But here's the truth. Loyalty without alignment is slow self-destruction. And if you keep choosing guilt over growth, you'll never rise. You owe no one your silence. You owe no one your suffering. If the cost of loyalty is your peace, your dignity, your purpose, then it's not loyalty. It's self-betrayal. The world teaches you to stay small, to stay loyal, to stay quiet. But that's how they keep you predictable. That's how they keep you useful, for their benefit. There will come a time when the most powerful thing you can do is walk away, not in anger, not in hate, but in truth. The truth that not everyone is meant to go with you, the truth that not everything you started is worth finishing, the truth that you are allowed to outgrow what once felt right. This is the decision most people never make. They cling to the familiar because the unknown terrifies them. They stay in comfort zones disguised as commitments. They hold on to relationships built on obligation, not connection. But power demands that you let go. It demands that you stop watering dead things, that you stop defending what's hurting you, that you stop apologizing for evolving. You are not disloyal for choosing your future. You are not selfish for walking away from what no longer aligns with your truth. Every step forward requires a cut. Every level requires a release. And the more you rise, the more selective you must become. Because not everyone can breathe at your altitude. Not everyone can handle your vision. Not everyone deserves access to the next version of you. This isn't cruelty. This is clarity. And clarity is power. The world will try to guilt you for choosing yourself. Let them. The weak will call you cold. Let them, the insecure will call you arrogant. Let them, their opinions are not your responsibility. Your evolution is. You are not here to be loyal to your limits. You are here to break them. You are not here to be loyal to your past. You are here to create something new. You are not here to be loyal to what's comfortable. You are here to rise. And that rise starts when you look around at your life, your habits, your circle, your thoughts, and ask, does this serve my future? If the answer is no, you let go. Without guilt, without fear, without looking back. That is how power is claimed. That is how a new life begins. Most people believe power is something you hold, but real power is something you project. It's not about how strong you are. It's about how strong you seem. People don't follow truth. They follow perception. They don't obey what's right. They obey what's convincing. And the most dangerous mistake you can make is thinking that being right is enough. It's not. You could have the skill, the value, the vision, but if your presence doesn't demand respect, you'll be overlooked, dismissed, forgotten. Power doesn't reward the invisible. It rewards the intentional. And that begins with how you're seen. Your image is your weapon. Your energy is your message. Every room you walk into, you are communicating something without saying a word. Are you uncertain or composed? Are you desperate for validation or grounded in self-respect? Are you leading the moment or blending into the background? People treat you based on the signals you send. And the problem is, most people send signals of weakness without even knowing it. They overshare, they overexplain, they seek approval, they try too hard to be liked. All of it bleeds power. All of it tells the world, I don't believe I'm enough, so I need you to confirm it for me. You don't need more praise. You need more control. You need to shape your image the same way an architect designs a fortress: strong, clean, intentional. That means mastering your presence, owning your silence, standing tall when you feel uncertain, speaking less but saying more, letting others wonder what you're thinking instead of giving them everything up front. Because the moment they think they've figured you out, they stop respecting you. Mystery commands curiosity. And curiosity gives you leverage. You are allowed to design how the world sees you. That's not deception, it's discipline. It's choosing how to show up, how to move, how to respond. It's knowing your flaws but not displaying them. It's carrying your scars like armor, not open wounds. It's controlling your narrative so no one else writes it for you. Because if you don't control the story, someone else will. And they will twist it, use it, profit from it. That ends now. From this moment forward, you walk into every space with the mindset of influence. Wire. You are not there to be chosen. You are there to choose. You are not there to be seen. You are there to be remembered. You are not there to please. You are there to project power. Power in stillness. Power in restraint. Power in knowing exactly who you are and never lowering that standard to be accepted. This is not about arrogance. It's about command, quiet, calculated, undeniable. The kind of presence that doesn't beg, doesn't chase, doesn't explain. The kind that speaks before you say a word. And when the world feels that energy, it has no choice but to respond. Not with approval, but with respect. You cannot become powerful until you stop pretending to be pure. The world taught you to hide your ambition, your anger, your hunger for more, as if those desires were shameful. As if wanting strength, control, and dominance made you a villain. But the truth is, everything you've been told to suppress is the very fuel you need to rise. You've been conditioned to shrink, to silence your instincts, to act small for the comfort of others. And that conditioning is the lock on your cage. Power begins the moment you stop running from your shadow and start owning it. There is a darkness inside you. Not evil, but intensity. Not hatred, but fire. It's the part of you that knows what you want without apology. It's the part of you that doesn't wait for permission. It doesn't ask for forgiveness. It doesn't care if it makes people uncomfortable. That part of you is not your enemy. It's your edge. And until you claim it, you will keep giving your power away to people who have already claimed theirs. You've been playing a game with half your weapons hidden. You've been taught that humility means hiding your strength, that kindness means tolerating disrespect, that love means losing yourself. None of that is true. Real power doesn't come from pretending to be soft. It comes from knowing exactly how hard you can be and choosing when to use it. It's the calm decision to protect your energy, the cold silence that follows betrayal, the unwavering focus when everyone else gets distracted. That's not cruelty. That's evolution. You don't rise by being nice. You rise by being real, and real means facing the parts of you you've been avoiding, the rage you buried, the ambition you denied, the confidence you suppressed. Bring it all forward. Use it. Let it sharpen you. Let it drive you. Let it remind you that you were never meant to stay small. That version of you, the quiet one, the agreeable one, the one who waited, begged, hoped, is done. That version kept you safe, but it also kept you stuck. It's time to let it die. The version of you that rises from this will not beg for understanding, will not fear being misunderstood, will not seek comfort in being average. This version will embrace intensity, will accept that power comes with pressure, that strength comes with solitude, that the higher you rise, the fewer people will understand you, and that's exactly how it should be. You are not here to be harmless. You are here to be disciplined, controlled, unshakable. You are here to master yourself so deeply that no one can ever master you. And that mastery begins the moment you stop hiding from your own power. Step into the part of you that you buried to fit in. Wake it up. Welcome it back. Let it guide you. Because the world does not need another silent, obedient soul. It needs someone who's ready to take the throne and not apologize for it. There is a version of you that no one has met yet, the one behind the masks, the one you've buried under politeness, fear, and false humility. That version is dangerous. Not because it seeks to harm, but because it refuses to be controlled. It doesn't ask for validation. It doesn't wait to be saved. It moves with precision. It thinks 10 steps ahead. It sees through smiles, cuts through lies, and understands that the game is not won by those who play fair. It's won by those who understand how it's played. You've been kept small by pretending not to see, pretending not to know, pretending you don't feel the fire rising inside you. That ends now. You were not born to be neutral. You were not born to be soft-spoken, agreeable, endlessly compromising. You were built for more. For discipline, for vision, for power that flows from presence, not performance. But to access it, you have to stop hiding behind who you think you should be. You have to kill the illusion that playing small protects you. You have to see the truth neutrality is weakness in disguise. Staying quiet when you should speak is submission. Backing down when you should hold firm is surrender, not to others, but to your own fear. You've been told to be modest. But they weren't teaching humility. They were teaching you to dim your light so theirs wouldn't look so dull. You've been told to wait your turn, but that was never about fairness. That was about keeping you in line. Now is the moment you reclaim yourself from the opinions of the world. Now is the moment you strip away every layer that was built to please others. Now is when you stand in the raw truth of your own strength, not as someone desperate to prove their worth, but as someone who knows it without needing to be seen. Let your silence become sharp. Let your presence become undeniable. Let your boundaries be walls they cannot climb. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. You need to be sure of who you are, sure of what you want, sure of what you want, sure of what you will no longer tolerate. When you walk into a room with that certainty, the game changes. People feel it. They move differently around you, not because you demanded respect, but because your energy made it non-negotiable. You are no longer here to blend in. You are no longer here to be explained. You are here to lead without begging, to influence without noise, to dominate without chaos. And the path is not found in the eyes of others. It's built in the shadows, forged in silence, sharpened by solitude. You don't need the world to give you power. You only need to stop giving yours away. Own your intensity. Own your clarity. Own the part of you that's always known the truth. You were never meant to follow. You were meant to command. And now it's time to step forward and do exactly that. You cannot control the world, but you can control how the world experiences you. And when that control is sharp, intentional, unshakable, everything changes. Most people live as open books. They wear their emotions on their sleeves. They react to every whisper, every slight, every doubt. And in doing so, they become predictable, controllable, powerless. But you are not most people, because now you understand that the game is not played on the surface. It's played in perception. And the one who controls the narrative controls the room. They told you to be authentic, but what they really wanted was access. They wanted your truth not to understand you, but to use it. Every detail you offer, every reaction you give, every time you explain yourself, you give them ammunition. But when you stop talking, stop proving, stop explaining, you become something they can't define. And when they can't define you, they can't contain you. Mystery breeds power. Control what they see. Never let them see everything. Make them guess. Make them wonder. Let the silence do what noise never can. Make them feel your presence. Power is not noise. Power is weight. It's the tension in the air when you speak with purpose. It's the stillness in your eyes when others are desperate to be understood. The world listens to those who don't need to be heard. It follows those who move with quiet conviction. Stop giving your power away in the name of transparency. You don't owe the world your process. You don't owe anyone a breakdown of your plans. Your path is not up for debate. Your future is not a group discussion. Command your image like your life depends on it, because it does. Appear calm when chaos surrounds you. Appear certain when others doubt you. Appear unfazed when they test you. This is not deception. This is dominance. It is choosing what to reveal. It is knowing that not every truth is meant to be shared. Your power is not in being understood. It's in being respected. And respect is not given to those who bleed in public for sympathy. It's given to those who hold the line when everything around them falls apart. The more you show, the more they take. The less you reveal, the more they wonder is leverage. Your restraint is a weapon. Use it. Your mystery is a shield. Protect it. Your silence is strategy. Master it. Every time you choose to be still when others expect you to react, you rise. Every time you respond with calm instead of chaos, you gain ground. Every time you refuse to be read, you become unreadable. And in this world, that is the highest form of power. Be the one they can't figure out, the one they can't predict, the one they have no choice but to respect. Power isn't taken, it's projected, and now it's yours to wield calmly, cleanly, completely, without apology, without fear, without limits.